Right.
We're going to talk instead about... Is calling somebody woke as bad as a racial slur? Actress Cathy Tyson said in an interview with The Telegraph, "For me, it's as bad a term as an offensive racial slur. The term woke and race guard are deeply offensive to me," she quoted. So the latter is thrown in your face if you make criticism of anything. So here's the thing, James. I don't think it is, because I read a whole book about this. I identify as woke by the original definition, which came from the American music business in the 60s. And it was about raising awareness of social and racial injustice. I absolutely, by that criteria, I'm a woke person, right? What's happened is woke has become hijacked by a lot of social media mobs in particular, and they use it as a form of fascism now to basically try and make everybody conform to their way of thinking. That's my problem with it.
See, I find that interesting because I actually think it's that, but also the opposite of that, in that people use it as a slur to say, to undermine your...
I think it's become a slur by definition because the people in that woke world who identify themselves as
Well, I'm not
woke,
entirely sure why you're blaming woke people for that.
because a lot of them, I think, are actually worthy of condemnation for propagating the nonsensical views they have and then expecting all of us to agree with it.
But you have actually used the word woke about me as a slur. You've called me a wokey or whatever.
I called you a wokey.
Right, exactly. So, in a way, you're...
That's because you propagate woke thought processes which are ridiculous.
Well, so you think it's ridiculous to, like, stand against racism?
Well, no, but if I asked you, for example, should biological males be allowed to compete in women's sport? Hang on, what would you say?
This is a crazy question that I'm not here to talk about.
What would you say?
Because it's not something
You can't
I'm an
answer,
expert
can you?
on. I'm not an expert on it.
No.
So
I know.
you also probably don't have
you don't
the
want to
right
say,
answer.
because you know what you would have to say to fit the criteria of being a wokie, you would have to say you agree with it. And in that moment, everyone watching at home goes, well, you're a complete lunatic then. You're a wokie by the common definition today.
But she's a complete classic of the genre, isn't she? Because she's going on about how deeply offended she is. And that is the whole thing about wokery. It's continually about people being offended.
Offended by everything.
And causing offence. And
everyone.
Everyone. And I mean...
So should Suella Braverman have been deeply offended by Gary Lineker's tweet? I don't think she should have been. But she told us that she was. She told us how outraged she was and how offended she was and insulted
Paul, I don't
she was.
think even you
and
think that...
he was suspended for that.
I don't think even you, as a black woman, can feel comfortable that calling someone woke is as bad as a racial slur. Come on.
What the point is, and it's a point that I agree with James and pick up on, it's used now as a pejorative, isn't it? It's used to insult...
When it's deserved. When it's deserved, yeah.
I don't think it is when it's deserved. I think it's just thrown out there for anybody who happens to say, hang on a minute, is this fair?
No, I would say 99% of people that I call woke in a derogatory manner deserve it because they're being ridiculous.
So it is a slur, you agree?
Well, I'm just going to say, but that's the point.
I don't think it even comes close to being a slur as like a racial slur.
You're using it as a slur.
Well, I'm not. I'm saying that your views, the woke world's view of life, I find ridiculous, right? Utterly ridiculous. Therefore, I'm using it as a term of mockery. Abusing someone about their skin colour is a completely different, and in my view, far more serious thing.
So why are you using the word woke? Why don't you stop using the word woke
as a
pejorative and say that what you are saying is ridiculous or what you're saying is nonsense?
Because it really annoys the wokies when I call them
wokies.
I don't think we're annoyed, are we, Paula?
Oh, yes.
I'm pretty calm, actually. I'm not annoyed at all. I feel really proud of being called woke because it means I'm trying to make the world a better place.
And not only that, but you know what happens,
Woke people
Piers?
make the world a worse place. They make it a joyless, humourless, fascist state where everybody has to look the same, sound the same, say the right things, can't crack any jokes.
That's actually disgusting.
Blah, blah, blah. It is disgusting. I agree. We finally agree, James.
How could you possibly think that we all want each other to look the same when we're all about inclusivity for everyone?
Do you know, I've just realised, looking at you sitting in that chair, you're the new Richard Tice.
Thank you.
Although I couldn't think of anybody
that sounds like a slur.
less like Richard Tice in the entire world.
That definitely felt like a slur, to be honest with you.
Actually,
I'm putting my Ofcom complaint in tonight.
So woke Richard Tice.
It's a compliment, and in about a minute, when you go off there, you're going to realise why Isabel may not see that as a slur. Are you aware that...
No.
Oh, right.
Oh, tell me, what have I missed?
Oh, they're an item.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you've just abused Isabel's...
Oh, goodness me.
All right.
Which is fine, but, you know, you might feel a little uncomfortable now.
Right, no, well...
Which is great, because I made it
I didn't get offended, and neither would he.
I made it end with a moment of excruciating, mortifying embarrassment for James Barr, and that's always a good way to finish a pack. Great to see you. Come back soon, James.
Thank you.